Right. Good evening. I hope my sound is clear. I hope my sound is clear. Right. So let's get straight to the business in a sense. So the first pair that I have on my list is US30, then I got gold, then GU, etc., etc. So looking at US30, looking at it from the monthly perspective, just to have a quick rundown of the overall everything that I'm actually looking forward to, right? You see, if ever we're going to simplify everything according to the monthly, that was a simple break there, and also that was a simple break there. So based on the monthly, somehow we anticipate a pullback before we continue. The same way we had this this was already mitigated, so there was no need to come back all the way there. But they did come back to this level here. Same thing here. They may not come back here, but definitely here. I'm anticipating them to come back there before they continue. Then to the upside, I have TPs that I have to the upside, major TPs that I have to the upside, major TPs that I have to the upside. One of them is here, negative 27%. That's a major TP in there. Number one, number two, it's up there. So those are just levels that I have at the back of my mind where US state will most likely come to. But the most important thing is having first given something like this, come here. Then after they come, then they shoot to whatever level that they'll be targeting. So this is the rough bias of what I'll be looking forward to on US30 according to the monthly perspective. So let me just move this. Right. So after having seen that on the monthly blah blah, we have this level that we're targeting here. We can refine it according to the weekly. It's actually this one, like that. So you can see that there's a lot of room for the market to come there. And looking at even the inside market structure is still bullish. Remember, we tend from bearish to bullish inside here. That inside structure we tend from here, it was bearish, right? Let me just mark and show you where it turned from. I can say roughly here, right? There, that's where it turned from bullish to bearish to facilitate the pullback. Then after the pullback, where did the pullback end? Right here. That's where the pullback actually ended. So right there, one can even call it a change of character. That one can also call it a change of character like this to facilitate the pullback as well to continue with the overall trend like this. So after having seen this, then here, this is all internal structure with a minor B like that, all internal structure again, when minor B like that. So you will discover that both internal and external structure, they are both bullish, right? They are both bullish. Let me just remove this. I don't need this. Let me remove. Okay. So you can realize that internal and external, we are bullish, right? And right now, the most important thing is just this internal pullback before we continue. And the internal pullback, for it to happen, we just need to induce inwardly, the same way we're inducing here. They change character, came back to induce. Is this? Okay, let me put it here. Came back to induce like that. Came back to induce. Broke structure, came back again to induced before they continued same here, right around this level there, around this level. We anticipate them to wipe this, then they tap the level, then they continue. So if ever we're just going to stop there, one can even spot something like this as a major move that most probably they are going to do, not now, but in the next coming months, I don't know, whatever. But now our focus is this coming down. So this coming down, the reason why there's a lot of money here to the downside is because the gap between the previous internal higher low and where the market is right now is too big. If you compare this one, for example, this leg, this low and this high, yes, the gap was also big. That's why we had sort of like a 50% retracement before a continuation. Here, this was the low, this was the high. The gap was not too big. We also had a very deep pullback here, which was also good. But right now we have a lot of room from this low to this high. There's a lot of room for the market to come around these levels here, around this imbalance fair value gap area before we continue. Even if it doesn't come there, even if even if it comes there, all of that is money that one would have made. So that's why I said once we are not coming down, you'll see something like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, blah blah. Then once they now want to shift from there, you'll see something like that as well. So that's not our concern. Our concern for now is where the market is right now, currently up there. So up there where it is now, up there where it is on the H4, which is this current market structure here, you can see that that was a break, right? This was a break. That was a break of structure like this, break of structure. That was a simple inducement. Right here, this is all one push to the upside, then they broke there. Then here they failed to take this out, as you can see. So that failure to take that out was the first sign. I think I spoke about it, which is most likely my first sign, which I saw that most likely they're coming now to the downside. Then the other sign here was here upon inducing to the upside like this, they made this what our higher low is now this and no longer this one, right? So this is where we are anticipating our change of character roughly on the H4 like this. Once we have this, that overall bearish move that we are talking about would have actually begun. This one was just a weekly level. But once we do that, this is something that the market hasn't done for ever since January. They haven't even ever since after breaking these major levels here, right? Because obviously you anticipate them to do that change of character after they've finished the major institutional move. First major institutional move ended here, second one ended there. So you can, if you follow the market throughout January, even when it opened this year, they have still been bullish. They have been failing to change character, which is not a problem. But once they managed successfully to change there, so this was an inducement break of structure there. That was a break of structure. They came here. Had they taken this out, that major move would have begun here, but they failed, which was okay, not a problem. They kept on going. That was a simple break. Let me put this simple break like that. Simple break also here like this. So they kept on breaking structure, etc., etc. So they kept on being bullish. Like this is still they kept on being bullish. So now here where they are, that's where, as I said, one of the first signs is what has happened here. It's the first major signs that the buyers most likely they have lost momentum throughout the entire time. They were breaking these previous highs, breaking them. No, not even any rejection. But here, this is the first rejection that we've seen. So this particular week, one major move that I'm anticipating is this. Once you see this happening, you need to you need to actually start celebrating, because according to me, and according to how far I'm seeing the US30 going down, it's a very, very huge movement to the downside. And you having noticed that this and being a part of it, definitely it means, so yeah, inside here you can see already that they have this inside structure that is already bearish like this. That's a low, they broke it. So they can even come back here, take this out, do this, induce, tap the untapped, drop. Where is this? Right, like this. Right. So this week, let me even go to the 2 hour. You see, it's just a similar thing. Same similar thing there. Yeah. Right. So this is my main setup for this week on US30. It's actually more of a bearish setup in the sense that even here, what they did here, this inducement that they did here, if you understand what an inducement does, it makes that leg a leg. Like here, we now have this as a higher high. Then here, the reason why they induced here, already they've made this. Already it's an equal high, right? But in literal sense, we can literally call it a lower high in literal sense. So already now they are forming this inside bearish move that they have begun. So this one, it has to maintain like this low, this high, this low. Even if they come back here, you can even take a sell. Then once they change character like that, and then they induce, know that they're about to come back to that level there. That's why I tell you, sometimes people they don't understand them actually leaving this supply like this and even going, let's say even if they come and change character all the way without coming to take that, it's actually an intentional move that institutions do, so they'll come back and wipe all this liquidity, tap the level, then drop. So my main trades this week, I have sells here that I'm looking forward to there, and also there, right? There, especially after we've changed character, that would be a very strong selling zone there. Very strong, high probability where you can even go aggressively there, right there. So this one, just to continue with this current inside bearish movement that is happening. So this week, this is what I'm expecting on the US30. Nothing less, nothing much. So this is all that we're looking forward to on the US30 this week. If any changes come, of which we're not looking forward to any serious any serious any serious thing that they can do that might try to trick us or whatever. Everything is flowing and everything is so clear as day. And I'm anticipating here they can even pull back here. So this will now be just an internal bearish move. So they have to maintain it, because by the time they take this out, already now it will mean a total opposite thing. So according to the institutional principles, most likely they will pull back here, continue, continue. Once they change this character, that's a very good move. Then all you now wait for is for them. So even after taking this sell, you don't need to necessarily come out here. This is just a short-term target that I placed. They can even come lower and lower, or even come all the way down there. They can even come all the way here. So that's why this adjustment to the upside must be the indicator for you to come out of those cells if you take cells like from there. So these are the main trades that I'm looking forward to this week. Not really, there's no really any serious buy setup that based on the information that we have so far. Any buy setups are most likely, if ever one was to take buys, it was definitely going to be last week, not this week, because last week that's when it was still bullish. Everything was still bullish. We're induced here, and we're not just coming down. They tapped this level. After tapping this level, then they now gave us some structure. But so far this week, this is all our what we are having on the US30. Moving on to the gold. Let me just delete everything. Go to the monthly. Gold, one thing that I also like about gold, there's also a huge potential that we still have to the downside. A huge potential that it still has to the downside. That was a major break like this. Major break of structure there. It also broke, right? Which is here. Also did a major break there. So according to the current structure there, if they're going to keep on maintaining the bullish momentum, right? There is this pullback that we're anticipating, which is just this before the continuation, so almost a similar thing to US30. So having known that, we can even go to the weekly. You can see that they broke major structure there. And even the break there, I think it was also very clear in the sense that if you notice some of the shifts that happened and some of the moves that didn't happen inside there. For example, what I can show you is if you're looking at it from the weekly, that was an adjustment, right? So it being an adjustment as a higher high, it being made a higher high. The fact that they also now came and did this adjustment to the upside without first having changed the overall character according to this leg here, that was also one of the signs, or some of the signs were the fact that they kept on maintaining this internal structure in a bullish way. If you notice this internal, that was a break there, that was a break of structure there. So the fact that they came and failed to take out this level, had they taken out this level, this was going to be a different situation, because they were going to, this was going to be our inside change of character then. That was going to lead finally to our external change of character around there. So you can literally see that they were still pushing bullish. The signs of being bullish were still there. So still okay. Inside, they are bullish. Externally, they are also bullish, which is still okay. Now, all we are looking most forwardly to is, first of all, you always have to anticipate the inside pullback first, which is literally around here. That's where the internal order flow or internal structure pullback will most likely be. That's a break there of the internal structure. So basically, let me just do this. Okay, so this is the internal break of structure there, etc. So now all we first anticipate is this, right? Then if they successfully manage to change here, they can even continue dropping and dropping and dropping. But so far, the pullback that we anticipate is to that level there. So going down to the daily, that would be our target once the confirmations up there have happened. So the confirmations up there will be very, very key. Looking on the daily there, the same way here they induced here before they did the overall pullback is the same thing here. Right now is that the difference is that this one is far, 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 far from where it is. So it can even drop all the way up until they check this out, or they can play around, create a new structure before, create a new structure, then induce there. It will be easier for them also to do that. So we'll just be looking at where the market is there. Then we respond according to that information that the market will be giving us. So looking at the 4 hour, let me see, 4 hour. 4 hour structure, still there is nothing interesting there. Nothing really interesting right there. Nothing even interesting because here this was the last high, low, new high there. So yeah, literally according to the 4 hour, they haven't taken out this leg, which they have to take it out. Once they take that leg out, that's when bearish order flow structure has to start to form. Once it starts to form, then you can even take cells. Those cells eventually they have to lead on ultimately to the taking out that major inducement that you saw on the daily and the weekly. So far on the GU, on gold, I mean, the only meaningful structure that I think I saw that I think we currently have is was here even on the 1 hour. There's nothing even interesting based on what we are seeing here. I remember last week I showed you that where is this? Okay, let me show you something here. The way they are moving here is so crazy, because that was a low, that was a high, that was a low. They took the high out. So according to this, they can still push further and take that out. So the most important thing now is for you to understand what's happening on the 15M, because it's the only thing that can guide you so far right now. Because looking to the left on 15 minute, that was an adjustment. Then they came, they broke. Where else did they induce? Around here, they induced. Right? After inducing, they didn't break structure there. Okay. Then eventually they came out and check out this leg. So on 15 minute, there is actually signs of a bearish flow and all that. The signs are there. The signs of falling are actually there because when you're looking at it clearly, you can literally see that our legs on 15M, we had this leg, uh, where was the low? The higher low was basically this one. Then they came, they took it out. So after taking out that, they now came and made a new lower low. The lower high was literally that one. So looking at that flow, which the market is currently flowing at on 15M, we are basically flowing like that. So most likely they will take this out. So if they check this out, you can literally flow with that same overall order flow, or you can just go to a higher time from 30 minutes, 1 hour, and look for clear, clean structures that are not so much scattered like these ones that we are seeing here. So here, that was a simple sell that one could have taken last week. Even here, after they did this, that was a confirmation to say we're going down, coming back to the level. When did they come back? Here, they'd mitigated most of the levels here. Most of the levels were tapped already. Here, they touched this one. So that was where you would have actually taken sales from. So this week, mainly, I'm looking forward to a continuation of this. If that continues very good, it will be a good thing because on the other time frames, they also have to do the same thing. Like on the 1 hour, they also have to induce, change character, etc., etc. So yeah, looking at these structures, here they broke there, they induced. So most likely they have to come and take out this level that I drew, I think here. They have to take out that level for us to say we now have clear structures on gold. But so far, that's how they've been flowing. And if ever they are flowing like that, all you just focus on, you focus on the lower time frames, looking at the details that the lower time frames will be giving you. Because there's also a huge possibility that they can even come and wipe all this liquidity, come for that level up there, which is this supply up there. So you just need to watch out for how the markets will be moving, especially here on the lower time frame. So for now, you can just be using the lower time frame targets on gold. You can just be using the lower time frame targets on gold. So far, this is the structure that we're having. I'm anticipating them to come and keep on flowing like this, down, up, down. So here they are here. They can even come back here, then drop and take out that. So if they now change, that's why what you call following up, a follow-up analysis is very key because it helps you to know even how to respond to the current market condition. So currently this is what is there. If they do this, you just take a sell maybe from around there, targeting there to take out this maybe, targeting that next level down there. But so far, this is how they are moving. Because on the higher time frame, 4 hour, 1 hour, there's nothing, literally nothing interesting there. Nothing even interesting there. So once they take out this 4 hour inducement, I believe that's when they can even come for that other level that you saw on 15M. So the once they do something like this, if they do something like this, whereby they can even come all the way to this level or even this fair value gap here before the major pullback. That will be a good one. This one will be clear, very clear now. It will be clear because we actually know what we are targeting for and what we are looking forward to. There's a lot of liquidity that they will come to wipe out and all that. Once they do this, definitely we'll take sales once they come to drop from there. So gold, nothing much to really celebrate and clear pens for this week. The DXY is still bullish, and I like what they've done on the 4 hour. 4 hour, what they've literally done here is they've managed to check out this level. They've managed to induce to the upside actually. So that inducement to the upside, it now means they are now going up. All they can do this week is just to tap here and fly to the upside. Flying to the upside, their target is up there because if you look at the overall structure on the daily, they are bullish actually. They did this confirmation induced here. This was just a pullback and they tapped into almost some of the major levels there. And once they've confirmed there on the 4 hour, now they're shooting up to take out this and ultimately to take out that. So that 4 hour confirmation that we now have, it's a good one because the dollar, if ever the dollar is going to be shooting up like what we're anticipating, obviously you don't go in a straight line like what I've drawn. It can just go in form of order flow and all that. But all we are anticipating is it to push all the way up. First target is here, like this. And that's a change. That's the major break like that. So GXY, we're just looking forward to this week. Pull back here, then fly. So when you know that the dollar is going to rise like that, definitely that's why you see that your US30, that's why that change of character is most likely almost coming to the level and all that. So another interesting market structure that we have also is on GU. Remember GU, we have had very beautiful buys from this demand here. And I told you we are still pushing up, but overall, there's a zone that I'm anticipating them to come and wipe before the overall downward move. So yeah, that was an inducement. Inducement. People, they really confuse inducement and change of character. That difference is very crucial because if you misplace them, it means here, if you say there's a change of character, by the time the market comes back here, you are busy selling and they'll wipe you out. Same thing here. Someone will say, this is a change of character. That's not a change of character here. This was a simple inducement, right? someone who says change of character, by the time the market comes to the supply, they are busy selling hard, they are wiped out. So all of that is very key, very, very key. So now they are still bullish according to 4 hour. Remember, there are some levels that I said most likely they can come to before the overall drop. I have this extreme. Let me mark my extreme levels. I have this extreme. I have this one and this one. Those two are my main major supply zones where I'm anticipating GU to still come to before the overall drop. So this zone and that zone, those are two very significant zones. That's why inside there you can see that the structure, it hasn't really shifted to go down in a sense. So literally inside here, they're still flowing bullishly. If you go to the 1 hour, you literally see the what you call this, the bullish order flow from here. After inducing there, then they broke here like this. They're still maintaining that up until they finish the whole move. So it's like this. They broke there. They also broke where? They also broke right here. So you can see that inside still bullish, outside still bullish. So what they are going to do is to maintain the inside bullish order flow up until they tap those extremes before the overall drop. So that's why you see inside they've been giving some sells, yes, but that's not the main trade. So right now, if you are to mark your levels here, that's your higher high, higher low, higher high there, higher low. So here, if they come to the extreme level, extreme demand here, we have this. That's an extreme demand. Here, this was mitigated. Here, this was mitigated. So they can even come down all the way to there, to this extreme level before the overall push to the upside. So here, once they come here, all you just eye for is just a simple shift of structure to the upside. Then your first target obviously will be the previous leg. Then the second one will be the level up there. So currently on GU, still flowing bearish. That's why even last week, I think we tried to take some sales. We took some sales around here. Yeah, if I remember. So yeah, they are flowing bearish. They broke here. They can even come and pull back here. You can take sales, 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 sales. Once we do this, you take buys. Right. So this is our main structure. Our main structure is they're coming down like that. And we have levels to the downside. And they've already induced, that's an inducement there. People will confuse this and think, hey, change of character. But the minute you take that as a change of character, you will see when the market is coming back to that level. Same thing with this one. Someone will say change of character. By the time they come back here, you are busy selling hard and they wipe you out like that. That's not a change of character. So yeah, the only change of character will be this once they come and take out this. How do you know that if they're even going to take out this? When they come and maintain this inside structure and it doesn't shift even after tapping here, that's how you know that most likely they are going to break it. So here we are just following currently. There's nothing much. There's no really any, the only major trade, it's when the market is tapped here. Once you see GBPUSD tapping here, tapping in this level, or even if it induces before tapping in this level, right? It will also be a chance to enter the major buy to the upside. That will be the main major trade. But so far, nothing really interesting there. They are just breaking, maintaining this overall push to the downside. So here, down, up, down, coming back to the extreme here. Had they taken this out, it was going to be a different situation. Had they taken this previous leg out. So they haven't taken it out. So here they came. That was a good sell from there. So here they are down. They're down here. So even if they give you this pullback here, that will even be a good sell. All you can do, you can even go to 15M for extra confluence if you want, but if you're even wise, sometimes you can just enter because even the stop loss is even small. It's not even a crazy stop loss. Same thing with here. Sometimes these are moments where you don't even need to go even to 15 minutes sometimes. for those extra confirmations and extra confluences. Even though it's good, there's nothing wrong going to 15 minutes, even 5, even 1 minute, just to see that shift on that 1 minute or 5 minute. It's also good because even if you see this same level, if you go to a 1 minute or 5 minute, you actually see the shift on that zone there. You actually see that the market actually indeed shift. After tapping your zone like that, you see the shift. The shift is always there. Like here, they were pushing up, 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 right there. So there, where they did the shift right there, it was around here. So someone can wait for this, which is also good. Which is also good because you'll be wanting to eliminate a lot of drawdown in your trade. So there, you could have waited for that. Then once it happens, you just enter the stop loss now will be somewhere around here. TP, you just go back to your higher time frame, you're targeting this. As simple as that. So now the next trade, we're just looking forward to the next pullback, roughly. That's why those pullbacks are very key because many people, they just rush to enter sales from down here. While it's the institutions, they just utilize that. So yeah, there's an imbalance, there's a an order block, a supply area there. Those are best areas to take your sales from. Institutional zones, basically. So other people right now, they are busy selling here on this resistance. So even if this market comes here, you might see so many people selling. But will it be an ideal? Not really. It's not. That's not an ideal because they can literally take this out. If they take that out, people will buy. Then they tap there. Then they come there. So it will be a whole lot of confusion for retail traders without institutional understanding. So GU, we are basically looking forward to sales in order to buy. We are selling to buy. We are selling to buy. We are basically selling to buy. Here, I would love them if they come and tap exactly on the wick like this. That would be a beautiful one if they come and take and wipe the wick like that. So that's it on GU. That's it on gold. My very other beautiful trade that I have is on USDJPY, a very swing buy trade that I'm having. So here it's almost a similar thing to what GBPUSD did. Is that if you remember the GBPUSD trade whereby we were on the H4, we broke structure, we went up, then we came down, we tapped the level. After we tapped the level, we did the shift. After we did the shift, we come back, then we go. Same similar thing that happened on GBPUSD. It's the same thing that you're seeing here on USDJPY. So yeah, I'm just waiting for them to come back to this demand because here they have confirmed already. Someone could have bought here. There's nothing wrong with this, right? That buy, it will just be what we call an unconfirmed buy because the market could have even done this, failed to change, come and break, right? But this confirmation is good because it now gives you the assurance and the more confidence that this trade is definitely going up. So this week again, this is also another very good trade setup that I want you to partake on. Just wait for the market to tap here. Others who are smart enough, who also want to be involved in everything, they can even, once you identify a shift here, especially on the 15-minute, once you see the shift there, 15-minute or 5-minute, because yeah, if you're just looking on the 2 hour, 1 hour, you might not even see it shifting there. You might just see the drop. So those lower time frames will show you the shift. Once it shifts, you can even come down with it, then go up with it from this level. But this is a very high probability swing buy that I'm looking forward to this week. I will try by all means to also share the signal as well so that everyone also manages to catch that move. But it's a very beautiful move, very beautiful move, very beautiful swing buy move on USDJPY. The major target is not this one, it's actually even this one higher up there. So this confirmation, that's one thing that I liked about it. So this one, once it comes to tap here, guys, no need to even wait for, no need to wait for any extra confirmations. The confirmation has happened already. So once it comes and taps there, what I usually do, those other confirmations that people will be waiting for to enter. Personally, I'll use those ones to actually add more trades, not to enter, because entering I would have entered already after the market has tapped my level like here, which is this level. Once it comes and taps there, I enter. Then once it gives these confirmations, I'll just now be scaling in, and scaling in up until we go there. So remember, another thing, they will never, the only time they will induce is only on the zone here. They will induce to the downside, right? Then once they come here, they'll only induce like this. So throughout, they won't induce. They won't induce up until they take out this leg and reach their ultimate target. So them not inducing, those are even moments for even me to scale in. Once I see this inducement, then I see this new higher low. I can even scale in here. Then once they break here, if they manage to come back here, I can even scale in here, put my stop loss here, or even just have it as an invisible stop loss. So even sometimes when they break the previous like that, sometimes I can even scale in because I know the overall direction where we're headed towards. It's not even a mystery. I know where we're headed. So the same way they were coming down like this, right? Someone could have been scaling in. Let me see where I can show you the scale in. Okay, from here, that was the inducement, right? Then they came back here. One could have entered there, right? They were now targeting to take out this. So them now doing this shift inside here, one could have also sold here. Okay. So as they were coming down, they made this a low, that a high. One could have even sold here. Selling here, you're putting your stop loss above here. They come, they break here. As they break here, they did this mini pullback. One could have sold here, stop loss above there. Break there, one could have sold here, stop loss above there. You definitely know they will never induce up until they reach the target. So here, even after breaking here, someone could have sold on a lower time frame. You would have caught that sell after the break even. Then eventually they now did the overall shift to the upside. Now we are doing the opposite. So now them doing like this, they're just confirming that we're now bullish like that. So once they come here and do this, all you're now doing, you can just scale in up until we go all the way to the upside like that. Last but not least, GBPJPY have also, I think, a quite similar setup. It's also still bullish. I think I told you last time. They're also still bullish. Where are they targeting? Most likely they're targeting that level that I showed you. So they're still following bullish order flow. Break of structure, inducement, kept the level you could have bought here, broke structure, came back again, you could have bought again. All these inside were confirmations. Confirmation came back. This confirmation and coming back here, these are high probability trades that you can even go aggressively there. So even if they were going, as they were going and going and going and going, they broke structure. Here, this is still bullish order flow being maintained. Broke structure there, induced, broke structure there, induced, came back to the extreme here. Then here they've confirmed because they've closed above. They've literally closed above this level. So all that can happen is just a pullback before the overall continuation there. But ultimately, I'm targeting for them to get to that level up there. So it's also a buy, this one. You can just wait for the pullback into that region like this. Then we buy all the way to the upside. So that's it. That's it for this week.